fond of this earlier, seeing the tiny position 4, because if it starts to fall behind, it doesn't do a lot. How do you feel about it, though, Purge?
I think it'll be fine. It's not going to be the same game that it was earlier, just because he doesn't have as hard of a lane to lane into. In the previous lane, he was laning against a, or at least there was the Tiny 4 earlier today. It was against a Lone Druid and an Enchantress. I think it was the Team Liquid Alliance game. That's a hard lane to lane into as a Tiny, because they're both going to zone you well. It's difficult to get to the guy you want, and even if you toss back like an Enchantress, you're going to struggle. Generally, Tiny 4 has been very effective, and it should be fine this game. He's playing against a Winter Wyvern, so a hero that has much less damage in him, much less movement speed, and while he can harass the Tiny, I think the Tiny should have a nice time. And he can also toss back into a Viper. A Viper offlane is very menacing, certainly. Maybe not so much against Lifestealer himself, but if they can like toss Wyvern onto Viper, I feel like Wyvern's going to die almost every time.
All right, well, seems like that's a solid pick then for the side of Wildcard. Our panel was also a bit convinced, though, that the Nouns draft is a lot more difficult to execute here.
Yeah, that part is definitely true. When you don't have too much damage follow-up from a normal Dragon initiation, that means that it's not as easy as the last game, right? Stun, land, arrow. This game, they're going to have to aim for black holes as well. They're going to have to do some kind of invoker damage follow-up for some of these combos. So a lot of this is on Gunner, I think, to kind of make everything fit together a little bit nicer.
I mean, you could see, this initiation. Moo was just so on point, right, in the previous game with his Dragon Knight. So we could just see, some crazy combinations with, the Sunstrike, eventually Cataclysm if it goes light enough, especially paired up with Mr. Z-Freak if he gets a really good black hole. So there are
Cat is a big thing. Can be really good in this game, especially.
Yeah, typically we see, the Faceless Voids getting picked up to go along with it. But, this could also be very similar with having the Enigma if he gets that perfect black hole, so.
Yeah, it gives him kill potential against Morphling. I mean, Midnight Pulse plus Black Hole damage is decent against Morphling, certainly. Can give you kill potential here. But pairing them up together with all the Cataclysm, all that pure damage is definitely something that could really cut into Morphling's health and make him die a little bit quicker until you get Lifestealer in the right position with all of his damage items.
Is this a new Wyvern set? I know they just dropped a bunch of new sets. It's very flowy.
I don't know. Well, the head is the Immortal. Yeah, maybe these wings do look a little different. I think I've seen. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen this one before.
Huh, cool. Seeing a little bit of that harass.
No.
Yeah, I don't think I saw a Wyvern set, but I am going a little bit delirious at this point.
I was just struggling to get my client reset so much I didn't even think to check for the neutral items or the neutral items, the new sets.
Yeah. I also had to do several restarts there. I was in offline mode for a while. Got worried that we were going to leave the lobby.
I'm still in offline mode.
Are you still? Oh, no.
No, it's just in my brain.
That's fair. Sam was doing a pretty good job here zoning out Moo earlier on, just because, we talked about that Dragon Knight. He does become progressively more and more tanky, but Divine Llama and Alex are placing a lot of harassment over here on the Costa Billy. So toss back, couple of these clicks. Good save here from Husky. We'll buy a bit more time. He's got the art to burn. But they have the rage in place too. Sunstrike's gonna come out, sidesteps around, and eventually, slowly but surely.
That was the funniest fight to the.
It's very
I actually love the early cold embrace points. I think they're cool. It actually does so much in these early fights because you only have so many skill points, right? So if you can stop like 8 right clicks on you or something like that, it makes a big difference maker. In that case, it bought him 5 seconds to get, or 4 seconds to get his rage off to reset there and take another fight. So that was kind of cool. The downside is that Divine Llama ended up dying as well, so his mana's full. So it would have been kind of cool if he burned his mana very low and were able to reset here, but either way, it's Bracer, Blades of Attack, and he'll go for a fast phase so he can get out of trouble a bit easier.
Yeah, I believe Costabile died before Divine Llama there too. So Divine Llama, even though he does die, he does get that experience, which is very valuable for this off lane here. Little toss back though here on Husky. He's got the Splinter Blast, put out a little more damage. We'll use the Avalanche, couple of these clicks. Again, the Cold Embrace coming in handy. Look at Alex, he's waiting super patiently, knows that it can't last forever. Divine Llama will get the kill. And a Sunstrike. No. Vylama's gonna get chased down though by this lifesteal. The nice body blocks coming out from Alex will prevent them from landing the killing blow though. So things are...
Yeah, tries to go back in after the Sunstrike lands, but Alex reacted really well. That was great.
Vylama's gonna bring himself out a sub. They have the avalanche though. The toss up, okay. That's very, very close. Vylama has to be so careful too, because the God, they just keep seeing.
Oh my God. Dude, Husky's gonna carry this game now. He might as well.
He might as well.
All the experience. All the experience.
Wyvern carries a thing, and it's pretty decent.
Okay, neither person loses their teleport either, so they'll both just TP back to lane. What a little bit of a crazy game so far. I think this definitely favors Wildcard Gaming though, considering the fact that even if both of these heroes have a bit of a tanked game, more of this advantage going to Tiny is not bad. Giving it to Winter Wyvern, kind of irrelevant, and this just means that Morphling's going to have less hard carry to deal with later on, so I think Wildcard should be happy.
This harass is intense coming out from the side of Wildcard. Already have the Urn online for the Viper, a little bit of a Sunstrike. Turn around though, Eve gonna click away, should get the kill on Sam.
Nice.
And oh, the Eidolons actually are doing a decent amount of damage. What did Jenkins call them? Widle, some, I don't know, it sounded like an alien planet. No, it wasn't Eidolons, it was something even more butchered than that. It was like Eidolons.
Okay.
I don't know.
I didn't hear him say. He says a lot of weird shit. I do. It's cool to see Gunnar using. He almost kills Eve's bottom.
That was close.
Just went for it. It's cool to see him using the Exorb build, I gotta say.
They are going to rotate Z-Freak up to this top lane, though. They are a bit concerned. This is probably going to end up with another dead Vylama. And Alex will have to walk. But they do end up with this rotation. This is proving to be very intense harassment coming out here in this top lane.
I mean, Moxie, Alex is level 5 at 6 minutes as a 4-position hero. It's ridiculous. It's kind of bonkers how well the lane's going for him. He's got Arcane Boots, he's got a Wind Lace, he's bringing out Tranquil Boots. He's just casting spells all the time here.
Radiant's middle tower
always be casting.
Oh,
yeah, they have the vision on Gunnar. They even drop the sentry just in case he tries to get cheeky with the Ghost Walk. So it's a nice use of those Mortimer's Kisses. In the bottom lane, it's just going to be the trade back and forth between Eve and Moo. Nothing too wild there.
It's a monster rotation by Sam to set that up for his team. Very, very well done. Husky avoided all the trouble top, but maybe Vylama trouble.
Definitely placing this harassment down. Alex trying to get some body blocks, but they should have the damage, and they'll get themselves a kill.
Those Eidolons are actually ridiculous how much damage they do. They're like doing as much as the Lifestealer is. It's bonkers.
Rotation to the bot lane. Should be a dead Moo. But the pressure is being placed in this top tower area.
So S kills Gunnar mid, rotates bot, kills the core there.
Alex?
Maybe Alex dies.
I think Alex dies here. Yeah, Chase is on. Let's try to get to the, yeah. Sam also teleporting up, but I'm not sure if he'll reveal himself. There's just all the tips coming out now. All right, all right. Calm down, everybody. Calm down. There's no mana on this Dawnbreaker. I think Sam's just possibly fed. Yep. It happens.
I mean, he tries to slow things down. He had to pull the creep wave off the tower. Oh, they're actually going to TP Morphling now. This is kind of needed. They needed somebody to hold the creep wave to kill it so they can deal with the catapult. Yeah, he's going to pull the creep wave outside of range, but Costability's going to tank it himself.
Whoa! Gets the denial on the tower.
They basically had to teleport that. Moo's really happy with that moment, but if... I guess the tower dies regardless, which is still very good for them, but that makes Vylama's lane even harder. He just ticks over into 5. He doesn't have Boots of Speed yet. That means they're going to be able to run him down so easily. Oh, I missed that kill.
I missed that kill too. I think we were watching the top. Another Sunstrike coming in hot with those Eidolons.
Oh my god. He killed him first. The sad part is Vylama dies first, then gets 400 gold for killing Z-Freaks. It's like, oh, your support solo killed some other super farm guy. Nice job.
All right, nice cookie hop. Toss into the air. Does have the rage TP though, so they'll be fine. Eve says, get these stupid Eidolons out of here. I do not want to have to deal with them. As Gunnar, did he get another? Is that another Sunstrike? Oh dear Lord.
Did they use Winter's Curse? They did. They Winter's Curse set that one up, actually.
Oh my god. Bottom lane, more
Timed it
pressure being
perfectly.
placed on Dragon Knight. They'll get the break drop down, but they just don't quite have enough damage, and they don't have the means to cancel out the TP at this time. Freak standing nearby here. Doesn't have the black hole just up yet, but yeah, these Eidolons, look at this. Divine Lava is just getting clicked down here too. Vi got her with the cold snap.
Guys, you're gonna run out of tips way too soon
Yeah.
here. I get there's a lot of action, but what if you need to tip somebody later? Come on.
But where's
Gotta
our
plan ahead.
sprays? Where's our sprays and like the dropping of the guilds, you know? They still have that as an option.
Just not the same.
I guess not.
Gunner power treads 2 null talismans. He's here to fight. The 405 build, so he's got that really quick double forge spirit. This was a build for quite a long time actually. In Invoker's heyday, the old the Yule Sunstrike build was very, very popular. You could like glass cannon one-shot people basically.
Gotta remember
But
those days.
seeing some value here, making up for the damage issues on his squad by just sunstriking people. That's cool.
How many Sunstrikes have we seen so far this game? I feel like we've seen so many of them because just the top lane alone was it like 3 or 4 like right off the bat.
Yeah, a couple
Definite
bottom.
value.
Killed Eves once too. Kind of a cool solution against the Morphling.
Yeah, it's working for sure. Bit of group farming here on the side of Wildcard. And this top
Kind of scary
lane.
for Z-Freak top. It's holding the creep wave. Doesn't have Eidolons though.
Nouns is on their
Wildcard
way
heroes are
though.
nearby. I mean,
They're
Viper's
smoked.
still not 6, unfortunately. But
He's-
ask once he gets his ulti.
That lane has been absolutely bonkers though, the way that it went back and forth, the amount of harassment. But like we said, smoke coming into play.
Radiant are scanning.
Moo's gonna lead the charge. Looks like he's gonna let Gunner take over.
Blinks come. Oh no, it's just treads.
Yeah, just treads. No, no.
Would've been crazy.
That would have been super early
been
for a
crazy.
blink. Holy. Do you see
Bill's
the
about to
ward
switch the
here?
board.
Yeah. It's about to go down. A couple clicks. And they realize, no one on Nouns is showing really right now. Play it carefully. Have the blink on Snapfire. Clean up some of these Eidolons. Bottom lane, Sam is just getting pressured. Another Sunstrike. Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
That's a tough one. Didn't see. He's got some his abilities off cooldown, but yeah, Coast ability just runs him down, I guess. Almost got his armlet. He's close to top net worth, so his lane is certainly recovered, especially with these little pickoffs here and there. But it's difficult to get away from this guy. Even if you throw the hammer, you probably still die. You're just gonna get ran down. He's just gonna be way faster than you with Ghoul Frenzy maxed out. So I'm sure he got Sunstrike too, actually.
Looks like they're trying to make some sort of a play here. They can see that the Lifestealer is in the bottom area, but
It's just so hard to get him.
yeah.
You like need blink on Tiny for it to be easy. That way you can just blink stun into Avalanche and he doesn't get to react.
Yeah, he's still
Feels
working
like that's
on
the
that
only way you
blink.
can do it.
Went for the arcane boots
Yeah.
early on.
Definitely still early for him to have that option. But net worth's looking good as a whole. Dragon Knight is doing fine. Enigma is doing fine as well, matching Viper's farm.
Yeah, it's funny to see how crazy that lane went. Oh, a nice opening here. Yeah, Avalanche will throw out the Snapfire Kisses, try to put a little bit more damage over onto Moo. But they can't quite close the gap here, especially not with this Arctic Burn coming out from Husky with the slow gunner blinking forward, showing off that brand new shiny blink dagger. A couple of clicks off. They'll use the dust just in case, but the Sunstrike, there it is. Gunner is on point. And I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a reel of just all these Sunstrikes if they end up winning the game.
Yeah. It's looking pretty likely. And the other really nice thing that they got out of Husky getting all these levels, and this is by far the best thing that can happen for your 5-position winter Wyvern, is he gets opportunity to hold the safe lane. You just blast it out with Splinter Blast. 7-second cooldown, 340 damage nuke. Creep waves don't stand up to that. So between him and Enigma, they've just got all these extra levels that they get to use to slow the game down. So even if Wildcard Gaming does want to create space on the map, it's kind of hard for them to do so. On the bright side, Eves is hitting neutrals as he does on Morphling with the Morbid Mask, so you can definitely clear those out. They've got Sam over in the safe lane area to try to get golden experience on the map in the meantime, because he can do this really effectively. Clears creep waves, gets ready with his ultimate when a fight does happen. But he can't actually hit creeps while Lifestealer's there. That's the biggest issue for him. He will always get ran at just like this.
Just like this, yeah. He's gonna have to teleport on out. Yeah, feels like Costability is getting everything he wants out of this bottom lane, and it's not much that they can do without sending a lot of people down to deal with him, which they don't want to do on the side of Wildcard.
Yeah, it would get them out of position. If they don't succeed on that kill, it's just the most catastrophic thing. And kind of similar to maybe game one, it's a little bit hard for them to initiate here into combos until they get shard on snap, and they are very close actually.
Look at Alex. He's like, oh, I know it's coming. I know that I'm going to get in trouble for this one because he went for the D ward as Gunnar did teleport up as soon as he started hitting those wards. But
yeah, Asgardy has Blink Dagger on Snapfire, and they're only 40 seconds from Ag Shard, and he's only 120 gold away. Once they get that, he can Blink Stun into Cookie. That's how they're going to start taking team fights.
A little bit of a cleanup over there on the Eidolon's move. Teleporting top has a double damage. Alex just walking right in front of him. A little bit awkward there. Nice sunstrike, a little cleanup. And they end up throwing the Snapfire kisses. Not getting much out of this. Divine Llama in a standoff here with Gunnar.
Nice dodge. Perfectly dodges the ulti.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This is not looking great here for Devi, as this Dragon Knight does not seem to care. They have to care for the Nether Toxin, though. Go for the Winter's Curse. A beautiful setup here coming out from Husky. Be able to put a little bit more damage onto Devi Llama. Throw down another sentry just in case they chase after.
I don't know where it went, but he zapped something.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
All right. I didn't think about the possibility of, you know, knowing that the Solar Guardian is coming in and then immediately having that Winter's Curse. That's pretty cool. Stability backing off now. They're trying to put the pressure on the mid tower.
Yeah, it's a decent reactionary thing. I mean, that's typically one of the good values of Winter's Curse. It gives you great reset. Things can be spooky, but you can land Winter's Curse. That gives you 4.5 seconds to run away, get the right angles.
How is it? It can't be Cat. Come on, Moo. You're at boot camp.
Maybe they have a cat at the boot camp.
Oh my god, I
Consider
want to go to
this.
that boot camp.
Cat boot camp?
Cat boot camp? What would that even be?
Well, the only place that was available to book was at a cat cafe. So.
That's like my dream. Just cats in video game? I feel like there's a lot of gamers out there that would really appreciate a cat boot camp. Maybe not professional. I don't know, actually. Like, thinking on some of the Instagrams that I follow, some of the players, they really do enjoy their cats. Might be very therapeutic.
It makes sense to me that you follow players that like cats.
Look, a lot of players like cats just in general, and then I find out later on, all right?
Okay.
No crazy person doesn't like cats.
You really like cats. You like really like cats.
I really do. Why is that a bad thing?
That's not. I just like to talk about it. I find it interesting.
I like dogs too. Dogs are great. I miss having a pet. It's hard.
Yeah. I mean, you got Jenkins at least for now.
He is a wild animal, that's for sure.
Somebody needs to comb his hair. You gotta brush that out once in a while. Like do your pet owner duties.
Yeah, you gotta get the undercoat. He's shedding for the summer right now.
It's always shedding.
Oh, man, to be a Moo Dragon Knight and have this confidence to just stand in front of two heroes in your dragon form and be like, yeah, what are you gonna do about it? I wish you all that kind of confidence
tanky.
someday.
I mean, if there's like 3 people, yeah, he's got to be a little careful for sure, but
Radiant's bottom
they're still doing a good
tower
job
is
holding the
under
game. Morphling still hitting creeps. Eve's setting 0, 2, and 1. Not the coolest KDA compared to last game, but it's not worth fine.
Yep,
Once again,
can't
Life
kill that
Stealer
Life Stealer. Not yet.
Gets to do whatever he wants.
top tower.
I feel
Once
like
he gets his Deso, his damage is going to be really good.
another Sunstrike, another couple clicks. All right, and they can turn this around. Okay, they go for a black hole as well. Sam gonna try to punish this though, as they have the Snapfire kisses. Moo jumps in, gets the kill. My goodness, all right. It's a chain of events going on there in that top lane.
I mean, that was really good for Divine Llama, right? He gets the kill that he's been waiting for. He's, again, dies first, so he doesn't get the experience, but he does get the gold back. But that's the second time now where Gunnar's gone for those kills in that same place, but the nice ulti from Dawnbreaker turns things around a bit. Just the black hole was a fraction of a second too late, so he's ended up able to get killed. So little bit of a mistake from Z-Freak not pulling that out a bit faster, but still fine for Nouns. They're still ahead by 2K. Lifestealer has utter control of the bot lane, of course, much like he has most of the time. They lost their mid-tier 1. They haven't pressured the enemy 1 as well, nearly as much, but with the blink on Dragonite, the game's not going to slow down here for Nouns.
And again, Moo in a good position here. I'll put a little bit of pressure over onto Alex. I have the Arctic Burn, rather. Couple clicks here. Can they finish off Alex with Sunstrike? No, he sidesteps it, but Moo doesn't want to give up. There's going to be the avalanche, the toss, and the fire just comes out and finishes off Alex.
Gunnar wasn't quite ready for the Sunstrike on that one. It was the first little delay, but it did force Alex to run back and forth and slow himself down, and as a result, they do get the rundown anyway. So it kind of worked out, really, and they're going to instantly go into Roche with that one. They don't have to worry about a toss back. He's got Blink almost on Tiny, which would have been great in this moment, obviously, but between Alacrity and the Wraith Pact, it's pretty straightforward for Coast ability to take this, and the Death Knight will finish too.
Bottom lane, Moo with the Tumbler toy. And just chase Sam here. Been a bit far. Billy dropping the fairy grenade. Follow up, another Sunstrike. Bloodow.
It's nice when you let the carry's like, okay, you can have that kill, Sunstriker. He's like, it's all yours. You may stay ahead in net worth. Which is kind of cool, because he has been playing for the team. The double null, the treads, definitely was aiming. Help the squad out a bit. Z-Freak almost killed the top tier 1 tower, then he stopped. This makes me think, I wonder if Nouns is going to try to defend this.
Feels like it might be a bit of a bait. Don't have the black hole available, but yeah, the smoke up over on the side of Nouns, but they're going towards the bottom area, so they'll deny it.
Oh, that was really close. He almost got him with the cookie. I don't know why he took so long to do it. Maybe he's trying to waste his opponent's time, you know? Because if he doesn't kill it, they spend more time there, you know? With multiple heroes thinking like, oh, they might contest it.
It also gives them information. Oh, okay, all right. They get their hands on Sam, and Sam is dead. Tower looking like it's gonna go down real fast here. Uh-oh.
Lifestealer's really good at killing these towers. Very difficult to gank.
Online video game with 3 people. You can't
There we go. I was like, well, you gotta play wildcard pauses. Come on.
Everybody's gonna know that famous Sammy Boy phrase now after Wildcard putting that in the pack.
So I think the Lifestealer's working out pretty good this game. Because Wildcard doesn't have really good anti-Lifestealer solutions, they don't have some like silence type hero, or they don't have like really easy chain stuns. Coastability's just kind of done what he wanted this game. He's gotten lots of net worth. Sam has to keep playing in these kind of dangerous areas of the map, and he's getting pretty good farm. He's almost got his Ags, actually. He's about 1,500 gold away. Other than that, that aspect, he seems to be the easy guy to run after. So Nouns keeps killing him, but I don't think he cares that much. Because as long as he's going to get his Ags at a reasonable time, and if he can use it to keep some of his allies alive during Black Hole, I think that will do a lot.
I'm just laughing because the admin was saying, state the reason for pause, and Sam's just, dude, he's not connected. But, you know, maybe it was lag or something and he DC'd, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it appears that, unfortunately, Divine Llama is no longer connected to the internet. He is frozen in a state. Clearly, he has a clean computer, though, because you can see a can of compressed air sitting there in the background. So good computer maintenance. Definitely important. But, yeah, we do have a bit of a pause. For those of you wondering, because I know I saw a couple people asking about this, in the past we used to call him Costabile. We found out recently in a couple of the interviews it's Coastability. So Purge and I have occasionally butchered it because we're trying to get in the habit of calling him by the way that he wants it pronounced. Although generally I found a lot of the times the players are just like, oh, I don't care, you say whatever. But like we do like to try to, you know, use the proper pronunciation. It's
I made
been
a
little
notepad
bad.
on my desktop, phonetically spelling it out. That way I could remind myself. That's why I've changed it between game 1 and game 2, or game 1 and game 3. It's a Coastability.
Yeah,
That's how I wrote it down. I know it sounds weird, but every way you say it is going to sound weird.
Yeah, it's partially my fault because for the longest time I was the one who called him Costabile because that was, I figured that was the correct stress and intonation for that particular kind of name. But no, turns out that it's pronounced a bit differently. So that's why you're hearing a lot of variations on it as we get used to it. See,
Bark.
even Tango was like, yep, that's it. That's the reason why.
Yes, one dog in the neighborhood barked, and she must go defend us. It's kind of like she's playing telephone, really. Dogs play telephone a lot. One dog barks, the other dogs need to bark, and then eventually there's a tsunami somewhere. It's like the butterfly effect.
Haven't
or
you?
hurricane.
Tsunami's here. Haven't you seen Lady and the Tramp, though? There's the Twilight Bark. Actually, no, I think that was 101 Dalmatians. The Twilight Bark
been
for when the
told it-
puppies were lost.
Oh,
And then
Okay.
they use their telephone network. So maybe there's some puppies that are lost.
Lady and the Tramp was my
There's a
favorite
puppy.
childhood video.
Was it really?
But I have not watched it since I was probably 4. But yeah, I used to watch it all the time, apparently. Just a natural dog romantic, I guess.
Oh, I like cats. There's a cat there. Yeah.
That's not a dog.
No, they showed the dog before. Husky's got his husky. See?
Oh, okay.
And then there's the cat over there. Yeah, I was a 101 Dalmatians fan as a kid. My poor brother used to babysit me, and I would say like I want to watch that movie like every single time. I pretty much had it memorized back then.
You like turning dogs into coats or something?
No, I like puppies. Why would you say that, you monster?
Just feeling it out, trying to check if you're a monster. That's all.
There's an axolotl.
Normal.
Very cute there.
What? Oh, you're talking about animals. 1 second, I gotta mute and scream at my dogs.
Okay. Well, that's Purge yelling to Tango to can it. That's a baby
I very
Naga.
politely asked them to stop talking.
Yeah, I'm sure that was real polite.
It's working. I find that yelling "shut the f up" works really well.
I like
I gotta
this.
say.
Oh, I like
Very
the
effective.
portal. Isn't that the one that's the one that's the Korean one that
yes.
can evolve, right?
Yes.
The award portal.
Yeah, you had to. When you played in Korean PC bongs, you would. I think the more hours you played, the more of the unlocks or more of the style unlocks you could get.
I've definitely seen them with like
I don't know
cool
how much
helmets.
they're. I don't know how much they cost right now, but I think they were when I bought them a few years ago. They were like $5 each. But with inflation, I mean, and there's probably more scarcity now because it's been more years. There's probably more expensive now.
Okay, they'll get
But
started.
there's legit 20 styles. There's so many.
Jenkins has been losing his mind about the economy. He's just been like, every day, have you seen the economy? Oh my God. And then today he's like, guess what? The economy stabilized. I was like, what does that mean? He's like, it hasn't gone down. That's all. It hasn't gotten worse. What are we looking at here? Oh God. Kind of horrifying.
Is
It's
that
an
a
observer.
ward? Yeah, I was gonna say.
What kind of an animal is that? Looks like a goat with a third eye.
Really don't know.
Okay. Oh, he's got a little tail though.
Oh,
It's like a little
It's got actual
dragon.
legs. It's kind of like a dragon, yeah. You know what it looks like? It looks like the
Derpy dragon.
it's like the creature from Avatar, but like with Century Ward eyes.
Pause it.
I kind of see
You know,
that.
the big white flying. What are they called? The big flying.
I don't remember. That's
Boy, if
how
only there's
long
someone on
ago.
broadcast that watches a lot of anime. Who could it be?
Wait, you're talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's Appa, right?
Yep.
Yeah. See, Tango agrees. Tango's like, that's Appa. Fun fact: in Korean, Appa means daddy or father, which is very confusing that they named the giant flying bison Dad. 4-minute pause time left. Hopefully they can figure out the issue with Dalai Lama's internet. Hopefully he can get back online. But occasionally these things do happen. That's just a bunch of what I'm not even sure what's going on here.
This is fine.
This is fine. This is fine. Yeah, there's a lot of creatures just all combined here.
I like this.
All right, I closed my door. It's way too much barking for 7:06 p.m. on a weekday. What day of the week is it? I actually don't know. Tuesday?
It's
Okay.
a new day over here, dude. It's 2 a.m.
Close.
2 a.m. here. I was not anticipating this day going this late.
It was supposed to end, I believe, 2 hours ago, approximately. But
Had a bit of an issue there cleaning the windows in our hotel, and we had a very aggressive window washer just barge into our rooms this morning at like 10 a.m. And when we
Inside the
politely,
rooms?
yep, they just walked on in, and we politely were like, well, Jenkins was not polite, but they're like, still sleeping, and they're like, well, we have to do this right now, so did not get the required amount of
What?
sleep. I don't know.
They just cleaned your windows from the inside?
But,
questionable.
Yeah, Jenkins was real angry about it. Was not really. I wasn't awake because, like, when you're working the late shift, right? It's we go to bed pretty late at night, so it has been a long day, but it's been a good day, right? We've had a lot of really fun Dota that we've watched, seen some really interesting things, different drafts coming out, and that's kind of the fun of going between different regions.
The Quas-X Invoker finally.
Yeah.
Something that has really fallen off the cliff. The Quas-Wex into Exhort is much more common. But it's fun to see Sunstrikes once again.
Yeah, I'm excited to see, you know, again, this is if Nouns wins. Gee, that is that's horrifying. Yeah, I didn't realize his face would look that crazy, that close up. But definitely looking forward to seeing, you know, a highlight reel of all the Sunstrikes. Sometimes they just, even if they lose, they'll still do a whole reel if they find them very impressive.
There have been some good ones for sure. I think Nouns has just done a really good job with the Moo. Put Moo on a boring hero and he's going to own dude. He'll be bored out of his mind, but it's going to hit his stuns.
Yeah, his positioning has been really on point. His positioning and also Husky. Husky has had great positioning. We saw in I believe it was the first game where we had the Enigma. And there was a Warlock. And of course, you know, whenever there is a Warlock on the board, it is playing chicken with the other hero with the big team fight ultimate that is channeled. So every time that, you know, you saw Alex try to go in with some sort of, you know, black hole initiation or something, he had to be so incredibly careful because the follow-up coming out from the Warlock was just always there. It was on point. Very rarely was he picked off first. So the pressure was just immense over onto Wildcard.
Yep. Winter Wyvern kind of supplies very similar things too in terms of team fight counter initiation, but Wildcard Gaming get a little spooked here. It's a huge series. It's definitely going to impact overall placement in the league. Nouns would be better off to steal this win away, considering they've already upset EG. They'd love to catapult ahead a bit with a bunch of extra wins, but that said, qualifying for the major, that's a tough one. That one might be a little out of reach, even if Nouns ends up taking the series, but they definitely don't want it to be determined by an unfortunate internet loss for Devi Lama, who is still struggling to reconnect here.
No, these guys definitely resuming the game in 15 seconds.
Online
Yeah.
video
This is
game
fine.
with 3 people.
Yeah.
Video game with
This
3
is
people,
fine.
You can't just pause it.
Well, looks like, okay. It's getting some random shots there. Look, there's a nice breeze going on over in the Radiant side there. It looks like Sweden right now because the lights are still on. It is the longest day. Egg dog. What's an egg dog?
I do not know. Reason for pause?
Egg dog. This is one thing I really do enjoy about, especially like the NA region. You know, it's known for a bit of toxicity, but when it comes to, you know, these sorts of things in the you know, this big grand scheme of things, it definitely feels like these teams, they want to have a fair fight. It looks like his internet is down, unfortunately. Hopefully it comes back up. They're going to use a bit of their time, though. Nouns, they want a fair fight. And a lot of these guys, you know, they all know each other, so.
It looks like they're going to let it be paused until 5 minutes left.
Good sportsmanship.
Yeah, the nice blend of sportsmanship without also screwing yourself over in case you guys lose internet later in the game. So
I know, right?
definitely the nice happy medium. So this is definitely the way to go.
You love to see it, though. You like to see that camaraderie, even when you're on opposite teams. That's one of the cool things is what?
I was going to say if there's you can talk about camaraderie first. Go ahead.
I was just going to say one of the things that's really neat is like when you're at like these majors, because we are seeing Lando to come back again, which is very, very exciting. And you get to hear, you know, some of these players talking about the other players that they admire, or, you know, they want to see this team do well because this guy's, you know, amazing. And they spend a lot of time together, whether it's, you know, just playing shuffleboard upstairs or scrimming, you know. I love to see that. I think it's a really nice, wholesome sort of interaction that you get, especially when the guys are on land and they can spend time together.
Yeah, it's very nice. And these are the moments where that's why it's very important to pause for your opponents so they don't want to fight you in real life. Just kidding. Nobody. When everybody gets online, everyone's pretty nice to each other. I find. Can we just admire the pointiness of Viper's chin right now? I'm truly amazed
What?
how much of an arrowhead it is. It's like
Just pause it.
I like this.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
just threw him really hard, he would just go right through somebody. It's incredible, really.
Why aren't we?
I don't even know. You can barely see. His giant teeth like block his eye vision. Look at this.
Yeah, that is.
It's like he's got thick blind spots.
That's real goofy looking. You know, they do have a tiny on their team. I'm surprised. Maybe that should be like a hidden
that's true.
interaction. If you like, it could be a javelin.
That's true. Just throw him in the air.
Yeah, like a
Spikes
Mars
down,
spear.
makes a big explosion.
Well, why would
Say
he have
bar
an
spear?
like a Mars spear, right? Like you taught. Yeah. What did you think I said?
Thought it was like a bar, as in BAR. Like you
A bar
go to a
spear?
bar and there's like a giant spear there, and there's some like game you play where you throw a spear in a bar when everyone's drunk. It sounds really dangerous. That's why I was.
I mean, it
really
probably
unsure about
exists somewhere. I haven't been to that particular bar. That sounds very
That
much
sounds
like a
awesome.
liability. You
It does.
have to sign a
Accidentally murder
waiver.
some other- Oh, I know that eyeball.
That's
I
a
actually would have guessed Snapfire, but I didn't know for sure.
that's a gooey looking eyeball. Why is it if we? Oh, because the other eyeball's
Wait.
right behind it.
Wait. Oh, yeah, because it's the cosmetic on top makes her eye stick out because of the glasses. But her true eyeball is still under it. So she's got four eyes, actual four eyes.
Dude, the best if they were just googly eyes. If you just saw the Snapfire, like Mortimer wandering around, the eyes just go spinning around like crazy eyes the entire time. That'd be a great cosmetic.
Finding a lot of new things. That's for sure.
We are indeed. Shout out to everybody who is still hanging out watching the stream. We know that pauses are unpleasant, but unfortunately, you know, Devi Lama's having a bit of issues, and it looks like they have 6 minutes left in terms of pause time. Nouns being very generous and donating a bunch of their time in hopes that Devi Lama can come back, because this has been a really tight series. I mean, this one maybe a little bit more going the side of Nouns, but
I like what Moose said. My cat will be okay again in 1 minute.
Did I hear
glad your cat's okay.
I am a beacon
Very
of
timed
knowledge blazing out
Spasm or something.
black sea of ignorance.
Look at that little guy. He'll be okay in a minute, guys. He just got a little bit of a stomach ache. Sometimes, you know, sometimes Jenkins is like that. Jenkins is like, yeah, they'll feel really good. And he walks off, goes to the bathroom, comes back, and he's fine again. That's a undercarriage. Yep.
Is that a horse or a cat?
Believe that is not a horse.
That sounds no. All right, let me just go look at the creatures really
Just
quick.
jostle
is
it a
that
little
not
bit.
El Gato? It is. It's El Gato. So
That it was not a horse, I was still correct. Looks like my Arc Warden practice prepared me. Let's fucking go. All right. All right, Sammy boy, let's see what you got. Let's see what you can do with this Viper.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Moo, though, on the hunt. Got a little life stealer surprise inside.
This is fine.
it's a good, perfect time to have that voice line.
Yes.
This is fine. Every last hit that he gets on Devi Lama, by the way, stays on Devi Lama. So,
Yep.
It's good and bad. But I don't think you can actually make the purchases for your disconnected allies. So
That feels a
maybe
bit
a little surprised.
weird that you can't do that. Have you ever thought about how
Yeah.
weird that is? Like, you still accumulate gold, but you can't use it, like...
But if you're in like a pub game or whatever, then if you could like if somebody disconnected, you can instantly spend his gold on the wrong thing. Oh god, that would be. I mean, you could definitely do it for like lobbies.
That's what I was
probably. You
about
could
to
change it
say.
perhaps, but-
Maybe just do it on the lobby setup, so that way, should this occur, which it sometimes does, you still could have a somewhat even game? I don't know.
They're just doing their best to push out creep waves. Maybe they're gonna not want to take fights until they get back to a 5v5 scenario. Might be a safe thing to do.
Hopefully they can get back to a 5v5 scenario.
Yeah, that's tough though. The map control that Nouns is working with here on the bot lane, they're basically with this bot tier 2 tower dead, they can constantly threaten
Oh, okay,
a
the
little bit of tower
Aegis
pressure.
did get popped.
Just got killed.
Yeah, I guess.
He must have been low from Armlet. Maybe just got like shot by Esk here because
possible.
the observer order was there. That's probably what happened.
Yeah, just took some damage from Morphling and from Snapfire. Sam doing the best he can to clear through this creep wave, micro a little bit. And again, it does help that he's on a hero that does have a little bit of like a global presence. So if need be, if he needs to get in there really quickly, he can use the Solar Guardian. But he also needs to be getting these levels and gold on himself too. Another smoke coming out now.
As this game is going to go for a little Shredder attack talent at 15. Already got the shard, but knows he's playing for the late game.
He tried to blink to safety, but Moon knew where he was. The cookie coming out, just gonna buy himself a little bit more time. Another Sunstrike, not gonna be able to quite land it over here onto S. But the TPs are coming, and the damage is there.
Just a Drake and a Wyvern chasing you. Very difficult to escape. And now somebody gets to play Viper.
This is true.
The more fun part. It's hard to tell if he's getting last hits or not because you don't see the gold coming in. Did he spend money? I feel like it's not worth it lower. I'm just clicking. Oh no, Devi Llama's dying.
Oh dear. He's dead. Decent amount of damage though. We're on to Gunner. Does have the life stealer pop inside for a moment. Oh, but Moo already in position. Another Sunstrike. There's a lot of damage coming out here. As we'll chase after Alex, and Custabile will get the final hit.
Like where Eves is farming in the meantime, though. I'm just going to be able to snipe couriers like this. Take out the lifesteal and 110 gold for each hero on his team. That's excellent. Moves around a bit to make this a little spooky, but they are going to try to look for him. Yeah, Moo moves over here with the Dragon Knight. They definitely can kill him with stun plus Black Hole. It's very smart of Eves to rotate out of there as soon as he got the kill. He'll take the next creep wave, keep making space as long as possible, but with one less player in the game, I mean, you're just simply going to farm less typically because somebody's going to put more focus on the Viper. That could mean that Snapfire or Sam on the Dawnbreaker moves into position to push out a different creep wave, that kind of thing. So, I don't know if this continues for much longer. I just feel like Nouns is going to collect too much net worth advantage, let alone the Roche contest that's coming up soon.
Yeah, they pick up a nice early gem over here on the Winter Wyvern, so they're going to be able to go and remove all the vision, making it even scarier for Wildcard to get out onto this map.
Yeah, especially if it is Sammy Boy moving Devi a lot, less time for him to get in position and get wards and deal wards down, so the gem could really destroy some vision advantage here pretty quickly. Sam does find one observer ward though, so not too bad.
Yeah, the TPs, they're coming. Moo sees an opening, and the Power Ranger Rainbow TPs are coming in hot. They are going to punish Sam for putting his grubby hands on their outpost. There's a Scotty on Lifestealer.
It's a great Scotty game. I figured he would buy this because of the Morphling. It's great against Viper too. The power, the slow and anti-healing he's going to output are excellent. Not to mention the slow he already gets some Ghoul Frenzy, so definitely a good moment here for the Nouns as his net worth is above Morphling's.
I'm going to drop the Wraith Pact. Seafreak does have a Blink Dagger on this Enigma, so they could get a nice black hole should they group up a little bit too tightly over on the side of Wildcard. But yeah, Custabile doing a lot of damage here. Got the Deso, he's got the Scotty.
Moo's got Fey Grenade as well, so you can actually Blink initiate Morphling with no problem.
Look at this positioning too. They're waiting patiently. They'll find themselves the Viper immediately. They pop the Lincolns on him, but just melt Alex with the toss up into the air. A little bit of a tornado getting thrown out too. Plenty of damage over on the ground. The cookie forward. Are they going to be able to keep him alive? No, they're not. The Winter's Curse will be able to hold the Grandma in place over here as he turned himself into his own Wyvern, trying to throw out some of the slow. They've got the Snapfire Kiss. Should be able to get enough damage over onto Husky, so he's going to be the next one to die. As Nouns looking for this positioning. They did buy back during this fight, I believe the Tiny did. I'll send over some of these Forge Spirits to finish off the racks.
Going for an Adesso on Snapfire instead of the typical Daedalus. Kind of interesting. Does make Lil Shred a little bit better before he hits 20, I suppose. Seems kind of cool. But at least they defend their barracks. But they really don't want to force any huge fights. before now. We saw just how vulnerable the Viper was. He just died super easily. Even with the Wraith Band here, his physical survivability is not that high. If they truly focus on him, he dies almost instantly. Invoker's finished Witchblade too, to give Gunnar a nice mix of survivability and damage. And he's going Ags next, then we'll see the Cataclysm come. And finally we'll see Z-Freak get to cast a good ultimate here.
I can see if there's anything else that has been picked up. We mentioned the Aghanim Scepter, I believe, over on Dawnbreaker. What else do we have?
Scanning.
That's basically it. BKB now in Morphling. Went 2 defensive items, Lincoln's into BKB. Just so he doesn't have to worry as much about the disables coming from the Noun side. Even something like Midnight Pulse would be a pain in the butt to fight in, so he needs to be able to protect himself from that when he goes in.
Enchanted Quiver found over slide Nouns here.
Scanning.
They'll do a little bit of scouting. Man, the damage dealt. It's the most damage over on the Viper, who's not even connected to the game. Oh. Smoke over
Not
on
surprising.
Nouns.
I mean, since the laning stage, they haven't really taken that many engagements. That's very gone already.
I thought they might try to go for the hunt, but nope.
I mean, they were. It's just at that point, he's gone. He jumps into the trees. You're not going to catch him. So they'll go reset on the Roche area. Try to find themselves a nice pick-off. Take Roshan for free if they can.
Gonna have the shard for the Winter Wyvern pretty soon now as well. So give that upgrade to the Cold Embrace, giving you a little bit of a Splinter Blast off of it. It also reduces the cooldown,
mean,
so
it's fine. Did you say cold down?
cooldown.
Oh, I thought you said cold down.
I mean,
Would have been funny, slightly.
I don't think it
like
would have been that
5%.
funny, to be fair.
5%. It's like
5% funny? Like, who says that?
it's like discount Lacoste word joke right there.
I hope he's
It
asleep.
should be
and didn't hear.
fine. I mean, for pushing, it's decent. That part I like a lot.
Yeah.
Splinter Blast has definitely been buffed, obviously. But I guess against Morphling, it's quite good. Since Morphling's damage is quite physical-based right now, being able to Cold Embrace people that get gone on is going to feel a little bit better. But there's still a lot of magic damage on the Wildcard gaming side, so... A little surprised to see him think about it, but... It's more damage. That part's fine.
All right, chards picked up. We've got the Enchanted Quiver also on Winter Wyvern. It's going to be coming out to them as they'll walk right into the space and start whacking away on the buildings. A little bit of a smoke going on, though, on the back lines. Looking to get that perfect initiation, perfect angle, perhaps. You need the vision, though. Smoke
Yeah,
coming on the
they
side of
kind of
Wildcard.
they got a little bit mixed up there with Costa Billy using Rage. He kind of wanted to slap a hero. They ran away. Then he wanted to hit the buildings, but backdoor was almost up at that point. So.
Sam, how do I use Viper Gold, guys? Feels bad, man. Okay, they'll find themselves Alex on the back lines. It's going to open the door a little bit even further here for the slide of Nouns as bottom lane Lifestealer continuing to just cut through these racks. And the damage is being placed over onto the mid. The double-pronged attack here going very well for the side of Nouns. They still have that Aegis as well. They'll go for the fortification. Fake Grenade's going to get tossed out. Try to keep some tabs over here on Eve.
Like open wounds cast range is so high. Holy crap.
They've got the Alacrity over on Costa Billy. Jump forward here from Moo. They pop the Lincolns. They'll throw out a meatball. Winter's Curse going to hold them in place a little bit longer. But no one else really there. They'll just methodically make their way now towards the top area. Another smoke coming out from the side of Wildcard. Hoping perhaps find a good initiation. It's again still difficult. Know that the Winter's Curse is down. They'll put the stun over onto Sam. Bit of a split going on. Eve over onto the back line to put the pressure over onto the Vylon, but they'll end up losing Sam. Now they've turned their attention over onto Eve. BKB does get popped. It's supposed to be late chasing now over there. There's the black hole we were talking about. It goes, it grabs 3. It's beautiful. beautiful. Gonna see the buyback, but Wildcard has decided it's just too hard. It's too difficult with the
Yeah.
lead that they had, and they just don't have the Vylon.